fact is that the operation of a police department, the execution of police duties, and then the civilian supervision of a police department, those are all very significant jobs, which overwhelmingly are done very, very well, no doubt. But in this incident, we started out bad. And again, you and I have not seen the video. I believe later this morning we will have on this program someone who has seen it describe it for us. But everyone who's seen it, who has spoken to me, has described it as containing seemingly obvious evidence of criminal conduct by one or both of these officers, right? So we'll find out. I understand all about innocent till proven guilty, blah blah, but the evidence in this matter is an official police body camera video. So when we start out, we've got that bad thing, all right, but then we have. And I'll read my column to you a little bit later, not to bore you, but we have the dragging out of this process. We have the very unusual and inexplicable timing of it. We have what seems to be the chief of police purposefully keeping the district attorney in the dark on the matter, even after she made inquiry of him about the matter. I just don't get it. And these things, we all have our inclination based on our life experience or who knows what, right? We all got our little thing in our head that drives the way we look at life. And the way I'm driven is I look at cops and I feel pride in them. I feel enthusiasm for them. I feel like I'm looking at heroes, right? There are other people who may have a different perspective. Talk to them by who knows, their prejudices or their life experiences or whatever, just as my prejudices and my life experiences may drive me to mine. My prejudice in terms of law enforcement, I had an uncle who was a state trooper. Turns out now, after the DNA, I have two uncles who are state troopers. And the one I knew growing up was the giant and hero of my life, right? And I see someone in a police uniform, and I feel again in small way that admiration I had as a boy. Other people's life experiences might have led them to a different place. And there are, I think, unfortunately and unfairly, some people, and to use the phrase of the day, they may not look like me, who have come to a different conclusion and have a different perspective, right? And I'll be honest with you, this whole cluster can only reinforce those fears and suspicions and uncertainties on the part of individuals who might have that attitude or perspective. And I'm not expressing it well, but when you are running a police department, when you are running a city, when you are a union representing officers, you got to have your ducks in a row, especially on the big day. And when it's not some shirt tail, we're not sure, when this is going to come out and it's going to be on police body camera, that's the big day. This is when you've got to be doing everything you can to regain confidence and reaffirm this is one or two bad cops. But we swear to you that this is an agency composed of officers who you can trust and who are selfless heroes out there to look after you, right? That's the message that you've got to be putting forward, because that message happens to be the truth, and it is also a message which will be good for social stability and social confidence, things you need to have a community, right? But this inexplicable delay, some of the questions which arose yesterday about timing, and now, to be honest with you, this spoiled brat response out of the teachers union, it's like one or two of these officers clearly screwed the pooch, messed things up big time, and it's all the power structures around them decided, well, why don't we go stupid as well? And, I don't want to be overly critical. I know who did the bad things. But I also look at this matter and say, you know what? If there's ever like a crisis response or crisis management class, you don't get to be the teacher, okay? You should go be the student, right, at 101. And again, I realize I'm a blowhard, loudmouth, know-nothing sitting here on the frickin' radio. But if the biggest cop defender in town looks at what has occurred here, beginning with the conduct of the officers and moves through the seeming conduct of the chief's office and the mayor's office and now the union, if the biggest cop defender in town looks at that and is disgusted when you're starting to lose your core audience, as they say, it's time for a systems analysis and to see where you're screwing up.